This week I'm going to do something very different, and this is all because I got a question from somebody and they're saying, awesome video, thanks a lot. I have a question. Is there a way to make a custom drum kit out of the ones that Mixcraft includes? For example, I like the snare of the electronic kit number 4, the kick of electronic kit number 5, and hi-hat of electronic drum kit number 2, and so on. Can I mix them all in just one track and play on the MIDI drum pads as just one? Well, let's see if I can answer that. I'm doing something right now that I have never done before in Mixcraft, which is I just made a track using the library of loops and samples that comes with Mixcraft. And of course, this is Mixcraft Pro, and I don't know what comes with the regular one. I made something because I just wanted to have something that I could use as a background for the drums. Let me show you what I've got here. And I've got my drums actually in a submix, and I'm just going to mute that for now just so you can hear what we've got. Now, I picked some interesting stuff here. I started out with a bass, and I picked this organ riff, then I added a piano, and then this kind of a space lifter, they call it. It's kind of cool, right? All right, so that's the backing track, and what I'm doing is I'm going to open up the submix right now and just show you what I've got here. These are all muted right now, but I came up with the drum groove I got from Contact. Let's just open that one to show you. So I've got its Contact player, and it's actually not Studio Drummer. Well, anyway, it's one of those things that I purchased a few years back, and I've added various drum grooves from third-party suppliers. So what I did was I just picked a funk drum groove. I'm just going to pick something else here. Let's pick that one. So that's the drum groove, but that's good. Let's just keep that one. And I'm going to stop that. The way you do this is I'm going to delete that one. You drag the groove into the track, and then if you want to repeat it, you can drag this the MIDI file to as long as you want. So that's my drum groove. So it's a little bit different to what I had before, but let's just play that together with the backing track. Now you can see that down here. I've got this acoustic. So that's the Contact. Now I can go into Contact, and I have all kinds of controls here that I could use, the options for different effects, and I could change the kit, and I can use the mixer. I can pick each one of these tracks and mix them all individually. I'm not planning to do that right now. What I will do now is I'm going to delete these other tracks just to show you how this works. What I did was I went in and I selected some MIDI tracks. Right here is an electronic kit. I picked the Acoustica Studio Drum Kit and the Heavy Metal Kit. So let's just add another one just for fun. I'll show you how this works. Insert track and insert a virtual instrument track. So now I have another track, and it comes up. It's set by default to use acoustic piano. So if I pick here, what I will do is I can go drum kits. These are the individual drum kits, and there's actually 5 different electronic drum kits. So let's see, what do I have here? I've got electronic kit 1, Acoustica Studio, and heavy metal kit. Let's just pick another one just for fun. What if I pick the jazz kit? Let's see what that does. So I just close that, and you'll see here that particular track right there has the jazz kit assigned to it. Now what I can do here is I pick this MIDI file that I just picked right now, and I'm just going to do a Control-C, and I can paste that. I'm going to do a Control-V into these other tracks, and so that's going to use the same MIDI file for each one of these tracks. Let's just run this again. I'm just going to run this I haven't tried this jazz kit before, so I'm just going to mute these other tracks and have a listen to that one. So that's the jazz kit. I'm going to switch it to the Contact. So the different kits. Let me just go through the other kits now. I'm going to electronic kit number 1. Right, there we go. Electronic kit number 1. Now let's do the heavy metal kit. Now let's just listen to those individually. I'm going to turn off the, going to mute these other tracks, and let's just listen to those kits. So, and we'll pick some drums from each one of these. Electronic drum kit number 1. Now perhaps we could use those toms. Those are kind of fun. All right. Or I like the snare on that one. All right. Now let's try the jazz kit. Now here's the heavy metal kit. Now I kind of like the kick drum on this one. What I'm going to do is, if I double click on this, this opens up the, I guess you call it the editor or the score, and you can see right here. Actually, it's in very small letters. It shows right here, kick drum. So if I wanted to keep only the kick drum, what I could do is just get rid of all the rest of the stuff that's not necessary on this particular track. Now, since I copied this, it's not going to affect the rest of the tracks. So I can just hit the delete button. I'm just window around that one and get rid of these last 2 over here. Delete. Now, if I play that again, let's just go back to the beginning, and if I just hit play on that one. All right, so now let's have a look at I'm going to mute this. Let's have a look at this electronic kit number 1. Let's have a listen to that one, see what we want to keep with this one. Let's say I just want to keep the hi-hat in that one. That's the line I want to keep. I'm going to window around the other ones that I don't want to keep and delete this. All right, here we go. Maybe I deleted too much because I was hearing ta 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 ta. Was there a second hi-hat? Okay, I'm going to do Control Z. Let's see. Let me just play this one again. Okay, so there's a hi-hat there, and there's another one over here. All right, so I actually deleted too much stuff. So I want to keep this one and these. So let's just make sure I don't get rid of that. All right, so I've got everything there. I'm going to delete this. Now, so I'm going to keep these 2 lines on this piano roll here and go down and get rid of everything else. All right, so that's the hi-hats that I want to keep. And let's just play that one more time. Cool. All right, so let's take a look. Now let's just play those together. So we've got, I kept the bass on that one and the hi-hat. So we just got the bass and the hi-hat. Let's have a look at the jazz kits. Let's see if there's anything we want to keep in this one. Now, that snare is interesting, right? Let's see how it is in Acoustica Studio drums. Let's use the jazz kit. Okay, so I'm going to mute the studio drums and let's see how this works. So if I go double click on this one, you got to remember to double click because if you don't double click, it's not going to put that. It's not going to put your drums in the editor here. So I'm looking right here. It says, okay, snare. Here's a snare. So that's what we're hearing. Is there another snare? There's another snare right there. Actually, when I look at the MIDI, it's only using that one snare. All right, so there's only one snare. The other things are going to go away. Like that. Okay, so now what do we have? Interesting. Okay, so let's add that to those. So we had the heavy metal kit and the electronic kit number 1. Let's try that. Now let me just show you, since let's say I want to add electronic kit number 1 for something else. I'm going to add another insert track. All right, electronic kit number 1. I'm assigning this again. And just to distinguish it, let's just call it E-kit. E-kit 1. I'm going to copy the first contact MIDI track because that's got everything in it. Put this in here, and I'm just going to mute these other drums. Oh, what was that? Those toms. Okay. Okay, let's keep the toms on that one because those are kind of fun. All right, so we'll double click on this one. And let's see where those toms are. That was just in a couple of places. Da, da, da. Right? Low tom. There's another one. And where's the other one? All right, so we're just keeping those toms, right? There's only a couple of places where those come in, but you know, if we want to have full control over those, then this is the way I know how to do this. All right, so do that like that. And delete that. So what have I left in here? There's a hi-hat there too. I'm going to take these out. Right? So now, that's all there is. Now let's add these together. So we've got the E-kit 1 electronic kit. Unmute that one, and the jazz kit and the heavy metal kit. So all together. Now what I can do is I can go to the mixer, so I can control that. The heavy metal bass, and not only that, but actually I could use these other. Each could have its own EQ, and you can set the drive. You want to compress those or anything, so we can have an effect actually on each one of these. And then not only that, since I've got these all inside of a submix, then I could actually take this and I can control. I'm going to close this one up, and then so I'm controlling all of the drums on one track. So let's bring in the rest of these. So there you have it. That's how you can set up your drum kit in Mixcraft. I have never done this before, but actually it's kind of cool that you can do this. So that's it for this week. I hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this, and give me the thumbs up if you like it, and all that stuff. From me this week, I'd like to say stay tuned, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.